state.
We'll get to keep seeing it too, coming up against either Arbar or Landkon. Arbar dropped the Maypul mirror in winner semis to Lone, who sits in winners finals. And Searing Arrow was able to take it 3-0 over the Concept of Death, other side of winners finals. Meanwhile, Landkon took it over Monkad, as we just saw not too long ago, in a 3-2 finish. He gets to play against Arbar. Winner that plays Merp, and then we're down to our final four there, Wolf. So last set of losers quarters, Maypul and Loxodont connecting and locking in.
Oh my god, was I using the wrong mic this entire time? I totally was.
Were you?
Yeah.
Now I'm checking.
There we go. I should sound a little bit better.
You do. You sound great.
Okay, well, I was using my headset mic, unfortunately. So all the times where I paused to cough were pointless. Everyone heard it. Oh, man. It happens. That's what I guess I belong in the amateur commentator series at this point. I'm a fool.
So real.
I'm a fool. But Dojo is the pick as the starter. We saw what Landkon can do with this Loxodont. But Arbar is going to be the one to step up the plate and see what this Maypul can continue on with this advantage state and hold on to it for dear life, or risk getting traded and pummeled by the Loxodont. And so far, the control is exactly what I expected in this matchup by a high mobility Maypul.
Yeah, starting off, early percentages are going to be brutal. Wrap confirms, devastating on Lox. It's just hard to count out really good Loxodonts in any facet because of how explosive they can be. But if there's any character who can just completely dominate a game against Loxodont, it is absolutely Maypul. They simply do not care about the mid-range spacing that Loxodont can do, because they can go from 0 to 60 and be in your face from full stage at a moment's notice.
Yeah, like we're seeing right now. 0 to 50, not too bad. Got those hits in, and 145. It seems that Landkon at this point is just so used to being at these upper high percents, just saying, yeah, I paid my heavy character tax, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to get my refund and trying to make it happen. Whoa, great stuff on the plan, and nice follow-up as well. Scoops it up for a 1-2, and that to me is a little more concerning part about this. As we saw in the previous set, it was a little harder for the kill confirms to land, but a straight hit into a nice tether for Maypul can make this matchup, so much less stressful.
Infinitely so. Shouts to some of the heavy character and benefits. I mean, you did live Maypul tether forward tilt tether nair at 160 after the hit, so Maypul does have to work a good long time numbers wise.
Yikes.
But sometimes she doesn't. Oh man, the ladder game on Maypul on Dojo is absolutely devastating, and that's what we're going to be seeing more and more and time again, especially with the true 50-50 that she gets out of any ladder situation.
And I can appreciate you have to go deep. You just have to make some kind of miracle happen, especially when you're down this much against a high octane character like Maypul. We can kind of shift back, and once again, the up airs are landing. Thank goodness you air dodged that one, but you got to avoid 14,000 more if you want to live. Great empty hop into a nice little follow up, but Arbar doing a fantastic job so far in showing off exactly what you need to do to be as consistent, and is able to avoid all these edge guards, but finally missing the tech. Down strong with the magma will land 102. For Landkon, you're just gaslighting yourself and saying, I'm always going to be at this percent anyways, at the start of every single stock, even if I'm at 0. So I might as well just play like usual and before. And that was a really good showing of the advantage state. But here's the problem. All Arbar needs to do is just land a few solid hits in, and it's over.
Can be easier said than done, especially without any marks. Oh god, yeah, I like that a lot there from Landkon though. The biggest way that Loxodont has to play basically every matchup in this game, but especially against Maypul, who has so much on-stage and off-stage control, and just it's so hard to hit and everything in between, as that Nair should do it, absolutely. The way that Lox has to play this matchup in specific is like an all-or-nothing champion. So I expect, if left unbanned, of course, to go to a stage like, what's the Tempest Peak, or to go to a stage like Air Armada, or if Rock Wall. Those are like big options that Loxodont has in order to try and make something
There we go.
out of nothing, and Tempest Peak is the selection.
Yeah. I was a little worried about the Rockwall pick, potentially, because I was just like, Maypul also can do some nasty stuff on that stage.
Yeah, that's valid. You know,
Yeah,
you're
it's,
trying to make sure you benefit yourself and yourself
Yeah.
alone. And Maypul on Rockwall is not much better than Maypul on Modojo.
It's a cardinal sin. No player picks Rockwell with a sense of honesty. They know exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to scam you. Like I said earlier, no, I didn't say it earlier at all. It's not scam likely, it's scam for sure. They're gonna try to do some nasty stuff on you, but so far, great stuff by Landkon. No marker available, but dodges it out. But the upstrung as a little checkmate. We could have covered all those options, and you can just have to wait a little bit for the special get up, but trying to land is an entirely different story, Uble.
Yeah, we stuck it. Oh, was just got the down strong rip a little too early. Nice delay get up on the side of Landkon. Looking for anything to connect. Like any hit will do. A trade, just a stray hit, a potential opening. No dice with any of these forward airs. Excellent evasiveness on the side of Arbar. He's dashing around. Nair fair. Has all the resources though, so can get back. So you needed one more. Excellent play.
Ooh, but an excellent call out on Landkon. Getting the up strong, sweet spot, the blade hitting Arbar. And after the up throw, unable to get much afterwards, but hold up. The advantage state's going and it's cooking. And Landkon doing a fantastic job so far, keeping Arbar pinned in the corner, going for the down air. I respect it, but you gave up stage control for it. Will it be worth it? We'll have to find out as the unsafe hit connects to the shield, but lands the grab crucial. If that missed, it could have been disaster in the edge guard situation that Arbar so far has shown off to be super proficient at.
A big backer pickup. Walks on. Oh no! Clipped by the rising up air, and that is not a trade deal worthy.
Oh no!
Of our trade minister here, Loxodont. Trying to find the pickup. It does so with the back air, but it was the reverse hip.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, but those blast zones are huge on Air Armada. Not Air Armada, Tempest Peak. Sorry, chat's talking about Air Armada.
I had it. And great little plat drop into the fair as a punish.
Jab fair.
Just trying to... Nice! Finish this job.
Big pickup, 59%. It's not bad at all. Loxodont's kind of used to taking this punishment and dealing out twice as much, 30%, but Maypul's got you in the blender now. Rising up there, no. Committing to the dash back. Wanted Lily and got a little value off it.
And got the up throw on the platform. This is where it can get a little disgusting. And gets a nice guaranteed one. Doesn't shield the second hit of the dash attack. Would have been a huge punish. But instead, has the marker on here. And I think one tricky thing also, which is skin specific, because they're running the same one, essentially, it's really hard to see if the marker's on you. So thankfully, a little bit of the glowing aspect should help. But if you have magma, it's a different story. But once again, that's what I'm talking about. The stray hits that are able to convert by using the tether as a finisher is just so much easier for Arbar to just to finish the stock off and not worry about the X factor that the Loxodont character is so well known for.
Oh, the other band was actually Godai Delta, not Ethereal Forest. But I 100% agree there, Wolf. And one of the ways that Maypul has so much value in a metagame like this, and even in a game like this where everyone is so explosive, and we are going to Rockwall, we want those bad intentions. But Maypul has a sense of inevitability that a large majority of the cast just kind of don't have, or at the very least don't have for very long. But Maypul, no matter what percent you're at, forward tilt tether nair, it was always going to work. And especially if you're able to find the extra extensions off that, like Arbar has been able to do with like nair, double nair, tether nair, or forward tilt nair nair, forward tilt nair to the nair, all that like extra extensions that can be so potent, especially against floaty characters like Loxodont, who we are going to see punished off stage. Oh, potentially. Nice recovery from Landkon though to get out of a danger spot.
Oh, and the finisher as well, thanks to the small blast zones by Rock Wall, was actually able to kill with that fair. A huge lead to work off of, but you can never get too comfortable playing against a Maypul. And going for the overextension on the dashes, I like that. Trying to see if you can catch a roll backwards or a dash back. Great bear on reaction, seeing that Arbar was going behind. And Nair does land and try to just use it out. Great retreating aerials that are landing. You have the lead. Loxodont can really exploit it out, just trying to escape, and finally lands the grab. And here come the tech chases that we've seen Landkon able to get so much value out of.
You know what we want here. Forward throw isn't gonna set up as well as Arbar wants, but now we're getting a huge chance just to play the spacing game for a little bit. Finally, as Ox, a nice little stall as well with the empty magma burst. Oh, we're waiting. Yeah.
Bonk. Oh no! Oh, the call out in! The suicide 1-2 takes him down, and a huge play by Landkon was able to land the side B out of desperation, trying to recover back onto stage, and then follows it up with a Hail Mary up special. The Sky Crasher able to get down on the hopes and dreams that Arbar had to try to take that game. But my goodness, a huge call on the jump. We'll be able to recover back, but sneaks it in. Hold on, we've got a crucial game number 3, Ubel.
Yo, my mouth was agape, jaw on the floor for that entire sequence. And then some, because the fact that Landkon was prepared for it, and then the immediate follow-up by Arbar, just be like, okay, yeah, you got me. Anyway, I'm playing Maypul. And this is what Maypul does on Rockwall with these infinite up air juggles. Covering so much space. Again, the big dashbacks away from the platform. We're going to let Loxodont own the platforms as long as we can find our burst range. And Maypul's burst range is infinite. Nair, forward air. One more hit is needed. Oh, and we get the get-up attack. We still need that definitive hit, and the forward tilt misses, but we find the remark.
And I think the worst part about this, too, is that there's no magma stacks and no chance to land. It's going to be a 3-0 for Arbar. Off what seemed to be a doomed game number 3, the clutch factor kicked in with a nice little ledgehog leading into a scramble game 3, but the job is done. And Christ, was that a